Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It has been a little while. I don't think I've uploaded since my Booktube anniversary tag. On my Booktube anniversary, I've been in the biggest slump of my life. The biggest slump of 2021 so far. My April TBR did not go well. I managed to finish half of it, but after that I was just kind of done, and so recording and editing and uploading went downhill as well, because it always seemed both reading and recording slumps seem to go hand in hand with me. So I took a break, and now I am back with the Reading Slump Tag. It just seemed fitting to do the Reading Slump Tag after being in such a massive slump for, I think it's been almost a month now. Yeah, it's been about a month since I last uploaded. And yeah, so let's get on with the video. Question number 1. Do reading slumps happen a lot to you? I wouldn't say they happen a lot. I just have big slumps. So I think last year I had 2 massive slumps. At the end of the year, I had the biggest slump of my entire life. But yeah, they don't seem to happen too often. They're just long slumps, usually lasting between 2 and 4 weeks. Usually 4 weeks. Question number 2. How long was your longest reading slump? My longest reading slump, I think, was 3 months. Or 2 months, I think it was, because it was in October last year. I got into a slump, November, and I came back at the end of December. So actually it was only about a month and a half, 2 months. But still, that's quite a long time for me. Question number 3. Name one book that got you out of a slump. Crescent City. Because I'm pretty sure I was in a slump back in March last year because of everything that was going on. And I read Crescent City and boom. I was really back into reading and I had the motivation to read. Great book, by the way. You should read it, especially if you're a fan of fantasy. Question number 4. Name one book that got you into a slump. Now, this book, I actually rated 5 stars. It was my favourite book of April this year, and it's from Blood and Ash. And as amazing as it was, when I read a lot of fantasy and then read a big, massive, 600-page fantasy that's amazing, nothing else lives up to it. And whenever I try to read other books, it's just this wasn't as good as what I just read. So that typically gets me into a slump. Question number 5. What other things do you do while in a slump? I tend to play video games quite a lot. If I'm not in a reading slump, I will be playing video games. If I'm in a video game slump, I'll be reading. So it switches out. But recently, during this reading slump, I've actually got into listening to podcasts. And typically I'm not one to do that because I get kind of bored just listening and not doing anything because I don't have a lot to do. But I put on a chill game where I don't need to pay attention to as much, and I put on some podcasts and I'm just having the best time ever. So if you've got any podcast recommendations, leave them down below. They don't have to be book related, they can be anything related. But I would like to explore the podcast world a little bit more. Question number 6. While in a slump, do you still watch a lot of Booktube? Nope. I have not watched an ounce of Booktube in a month. At the beginning of the slump, I was watching a little bit, but I've not watched any in 3 weeks now. So I'm behind on a lot of videos, but maybe since I'm getting back into my Booktube and recording and stuff like that, maybe I will get back to watching Booktube. Question number 7. Give one tip to get out of a slump. Honestly, if you still want to read but you're just not finding the motivation, read a graphic novel or a really short book, because that typically does help. And I've read a few during my slump and it's helped a little bit. Or just find something else to focus on and don't stress about being in a slump, because that just makes you even more in a slump, and then you feel pressured and stressed to get back into reading, and then like, you know, you're just gonna make the slump longer and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna say try not to stress, because obviously trying and doing are two very different things, and I still stress about my slumps. Like, I've just done a massive unhaul because I've been stressed about the piles of books that I have, and I may or may not regret that later, but at the moment I'm happy. Question number 8, what's a good book recommendation to get out of a slump? This really depends on your tastes, because I'm a fantasy reader, but fantasy also got me into the slump, so typically try reading something outside your favourite genre if your favourite genre is what got you into a slump. Otherwise, try reading a book from your favourite genre, or try reading something that you've already read and loved. Like, rereads are perfect for getting out of slumps. I've just picked up a book that I've read like a million times, and I can already feel my motivation for reading and recording coming back, hence why I'm here doing this video. So yeah, just try something, either something that you know already and you know you love and you know it's going to be a nice comfort read, or just try something different. But graphic novels also are good because they're just so short, you can get through them very quickly, and then that once you've like completed the book, you kind of like, yes, I've completed a book. Then you've got the motivation to pick up like a book, like 300 pages. Just start off short and then work your way back up to like your normal like page count. That tends to work for me most of the time. That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one, which will hopefully be coming very soon.